What is up, YouTube? It is Drex and I am back with another video. So I actually want to recant something I said previously about the Steam Deck in my previous video that I recorded with myself. I want to talk about what I said. So I said that I believe the Steam Deck is going to give the Switch a run for its money. And I'm here to say that I don't think so anymore. Because I thought about it over the weekend. I had a few conversations. I'm going to shout out a few guys that I talked to about it. First off, Cloud Data Media. Then TK9, K9 OMG. And last but not least, Matt over at Oak City Gamers. But I had a conversation with them about that Steam Deck. And I was saying, well, the Steam Deck offers a lot of things that Nintendo should have done with the Switch. However, though, I don't see it being a top competitor for Nintendo. Because I did some research as well. It seems like Nintendo's top competitor in the video game market is Sony. Sony alone, over in Japan. 2 Japanese companies. I mean, not that it's a problem, but I think about the handheld consoles in the past. So you look at Sega, the Sega Game Gear. That was supposed to be the Game Boy killer. You look at the PSP. That was supposed to be the DS killer. You look at the Vita, PS Vita. It was supposed to be the 3DS killer. Now where are we with the deck? No, I'm not saying it like it's a bad thing, because I still want that Steam Deck. I'm not talking bad about it. I'm just saying I don't think it's going to be a big competitor for Nintendo. Listen, and when I'm mentioning those handheld consoles, I'm not saying nothing was bad about them. I'm just saying they didn't win. They didn't beat Nintendo out. Though all those handheld consoles I mentioned that competed with Nintendo handheld consoles in the past, though they were released and they were successful, I don't believe they really outsold any of the Nintendo devices, period. I personally believe. I mean, look at the Game Gear. I love the hell out of Game Gear. It's one of my favorite handheld consoles. But I'll be honest when saying this now. It did not outsell the original Game Boy. If anything, I could I could go off on that. But yeah, I'm not here to talk about the cons of the Game Gear. I want to stay specifically on topic. Overall, I'm just saying that the Nintendo has always maintained the family-friendly image, though there is adult games available, but their target audience was always kids and family overall in general. How come when you see a Nintendo commercial most of the time with for specifically the Switch or even the Wii and Wii U, when you saw seeing those in the past, it always showed families together, because that's that's who they want to target. That's who they always wanted to target. And me personally, that's another reason why I feel like the Steam Deck won't be a top competitor for the Switch or any other upcoming Nintendo products that are to be released in the future. So that's just how I feel personally. Hell, I can even go as far as saying that Nintendo may start making games available for elders as well. I mean, maybe that's a vague ass statement, but for the most part, I know a lot of older people who wasn't really playing on these consoles at all. And I remember when around the time I was in high school or middle school or high school, my friend's grandmother did not even play any video games at all. But when he had a Switch, she would play the hell out of Wii Sports. She loved the hell out of playing the Wii, WarioWare. She played the hell out of those. So, me personally, I think Nintendo will forever be stuck in their own ways and their own practices. And their motto is, listen, stick with us or don't. I know a lot of people who don't stick with them anymore, and they just, rather be on Sony or Xbox. They feel like it's probably irrelevant as hell. But, I personally like Nintendo, and I'll always be a fan of Nintendo. So, as I said, for the Steam Deck, I'm still excited for it. I can't wait for it to come out. I do think I still remain firm on what I said, though. I do feel like the Switch should have borrowed, should have had done what the deck is doing, but that's for a whole nother video. But last but not least, I just really want to say that I'm still excited for the Steam Deck. I like the idea of having a portable PC. I like the idea of having Xbox Game Pass on that and playing Halo Master Chief Collection on it and playing a lot of other my PC games in my library onto that device. Like I said, I might buy not Battlefront, but Battlefield when it comes out on that. So I like the idea of having that. As far as putting emulators on it, I'm not going to do that because I don't want to take up so much space with that. If I just want to deal with emulators, I'll just use my PC. You know, it can run that, even though it's not a high end. So, nevertheless, that's all I just wanted to say. I think both consoles serve their purpose for the target audience they want to serve it for, and that's just that's what I'm sticking to for the most part. But for what I believe personally, I think that Nintendo would be just fine. They won't have any competition from Steam. I don't think they really have too much of a competition with Sony, nevertheless, even though I'm primarily on Sony. But yeah, that's just how I personally feel about it. Nintendo's going to do what Nintendo wants to do, and that's just how they're going to do it. So, nevertheless, that's all I want to say. Other than that, this is Drex, and I'm out.